Oh, all right.
So we got a lot of ideas for some stuff other clubs are doing. Some of them are like putting together coloring books. I don't know if we want to do stuff like that, but we'll talk about that sort of towards the end. But if you'll go.
Yeah, you should be able to click it.
So obviously the highest you can get district award wise is platinum, which is what Lisa did last year. She broke all the records, got the most points of anybody. I think she was on the vendetta to do that. So we've done very well this year so far. We're just checking the boxes currently.
We've been platinum 4 years in a row, and they've only done it for 3 years. So we'll it out at least.
No pressure.
We're going to do it again.
Well, we were golf club from the inception of golf club until they came up with platinum. They came up with platinum because we kept winning all the golf. That's the truth of it.
So I've kind of looked at, rebuilding our club as a big goal. Fellowship, always, we have the 505s and stuff. Networking, something that we do, and sometimes it gets overlooked. It's a big part of Rotary. Like their dad did a lot of business in Rotary, and there's a lot of Rotarians who do business together. You meet people that you may change careers with in Rotary, you never know. And then service, of course, we have a lot of projects coming up, Project Rebuild, other projects that we'll talk about when we get to the service slide. The district governor will be here October 6th. She'll have a little meeting with us to talk about how we're doing also. So that'll be a great visit. She's already been to the Sunset Club. She has a great message, and she's very, she's kind of old school. She's about perfect attendance and stuff like that. She comes from way back in Rotary, so I think we'll all enjoy her visiting.
Here. Try it again. There you go.
So I'm going to turn this over for a second to Carol to talk about, they got some cool projects coming up. The food thing is really neat.
Right, this was actually Wendy's idea. So you want to tell us about the little boxes?
Sure. Okay, so I wasn't really prepared to speak today about that. That's okay. At Christmas time, I was in Chicago, and as we were walking around the streets, walking the dogs, I noticed these free little pantries, similar to the free little libraries. And it had non-perishable food in it, and I thought, well, that's kind of a neat idea. And I came back to Greensboro, and I looked around, and I didn't see, there's a ton of libraries in my neighborhood. I live in Winley Park, but there were no little pantries. So I did some research online, and sure enough, no little pantries in Greensboro. So I thought, well, heck, I'm just gonna do this. So I put a note up on Nextdoor, and I asked if anybody would help me build this pantry because I am not, I cannot build anything. So one of my neighbors offered to build a little, cupboard, and came over, installed it on my curb, and I loaded it up with non-perishable food. And sure enough, people started taking things out and putting things in. And so it's been up almost a year now. Well, actually, since I got back from Chicago, so like January. And it regularly is emptied and filled. And to me, that was really inspiring because I know that there are children at the school that are hungry and, may be too ashamed, their parents may be too ashamed to say something. And they may have housing, but they may not have enough food. So I was really excited about it. And so I suggested that we do it in Sunset Club, and Joe offered to build the boxes, and so we're going to put them up.
So we were is going to build the boxes for us, and we'll start collecting food at our every other meetings, and go fill it ourselves. And I'm thinking that this will increase from one box to two. Have a meeting with one of our principals in a school very much in need. He was checking to see if we could even put one on the school area, on the perimeter of the school grounds. So he is checking into that. Actually help those people that truly need. So I'm very excited about it, but I wanted Wendy to get credit for what she wrote. brought to us, and it's really exciting thing. So thank you for presenting it.
Oh, sure.
And another thing.
It's your next meeting at Joe's
It
place.
is. We're not meeting Labor Day Monday. But we're meeting on the 19th, and it is at Joe's Business.
She's out near the airport and she does photography and stuff and commercials. It's an amazing facility. If you
I look
haven't
forward
seen
to
it.
seeing this facility, but I'll put it out there for everybody to visit, let us know. That'll be on the September 19th. And the other project I would like to do, everybody in the club knows about this yet, but there's a strip of, that has Gate City, there's a road here that has Gate City, Rotarians are supposed to be going in that area. So we want to pick that back up so that this sign can look good in an area where all the trash is gone. So that's another one of the plans.
We have plans to do it for our club too. Ever since we lost Pete Gursky, we never did the street.
That has been like 2 years. I don't think we've done it the last 2 years, but I remember going out there and.
Well, they have plenty of trash.
Come on, man.
Matthew was we have an area right in front of Bentonville Schools. Youth services, we don't have anybody here. Well, Gail's here, but they had a big slide, somehow or another, didn't tell me to get in here unless I missed it. It's not the same one. Anyways, they have a lot of stuff going on, but this school year just started. So Gail and those guys are gonna meet, I think later on this month, with the Interact Club and talk about, they did a Peace Corner last year. And then they're talking about doing another book drive. And I don't know if did you see Charlotte's slide?
No, we have not gotten our heads together yet. Charlotte's been gonna, this Julie's dad passed away, and so, but we will.
Okay.
I'll get back to him.
So somehow or another, I got the wrong slide deck here, unless I'm. Yeah. Well, Brad, I put new slides in here. So, Brad, if you
You don't
want.
have to do it. He sent me that one. That's one he sent me.
Oh,
I
okay.
sent you the wrong one.
All right, well, so I have a calendar. So the plan is September, we don't have anything planned. October's Project Rebuild will be in the first week or second week. We're meeting next week to get those details. And then November, plan on doing a street clean in the early part. And she's talking about the same street that we do. Or is there another street?
No, that's the second one.
I hope there's only one. Okay, good.
And by the way, we did it twice last year.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you didn't read meetings. You just didn't do it during the summer.
So, yeah, we are planning, or I'm planning to do it in November. If Sunset Club wants to do one in September, I'm not gonna be here in the early, the first couple weekends of September, but you guys can do it, or we can talk and get something set up. Okay, so that's November. December is gonna be the Jingle Bell, ringing the bells.
Jingle bell, yeah.
Yeah, this one's got me.
So we'll send that out. January will be nothing. February is something. I don't, it's Valentine's Day.
November, we're gonna do stuff.
Oh, yeah, big stop.
Should have his little calendar
My name
in
is
it.
up there about fixed stock, let me make a
There
comment.
it
I
is.
sent out
Okay.
an email this past weekend, the whole club, only got 2 responses.
That's pretty.
So comment number 1 is, that won't be the last email you get. And the people that responded, everybody wanted to help, but nobody wanted to cook. We only had one person, thank you, Matthew, who said that they would cook. Matthew came in 3rd place with the chicken last year, and his email said, we're gonna do 1st place this year.
I didn't know. First place chicken.
So we had a chicken person to cook, but we need more cooks. Steve, you just raised your hand.
Steve said he would do a side, so we, Dale, he said.
Yeah, and actually, if, I did check with Peter, to please check on my behalf with Fresh Market today, but I need to figure, if any of you know where I can find some big-ass trout, I mean, the biggest trout.
They call it mouth trout. Big mouth, largemouth bass and big mouth trout.
Yeah, anyway. If you know where I can buy big trout, let me know.
What are you gonna do with it?
The point of all this is we need cooks.
Cook pig stock?
It sounds like we got 2 or 3 more than I have on my list, and so that's a good thing. But everybody.
It keeps showing the same
2
one.
dates, October 29th.
Let's make sure.
Is practice cook at Guy's house. And then the very next week.
I got it.
That's
Let's change these.
And by the way, I think the email, when you do a class, it goes to the Sunset Club. So we need help from everybody.
All right, that's what I have for service. There is stuff in next year, I just don't remember what it is. So.
Yeah, there it is.
We'll do another one of these, yeah. Any questions or comments?
You have your calendar up for a second.
Oh, there we go.
There it is. Street.
So, yeah, February, the stream clean, March, at Camp Carefree, April off, May, a street clean, and then we'll figure out the rest. And then Carol, we can talk about if you guys want to do something in September. All right, thank you.
So,
I'll have to fix that.
how long did we do bell ringing last year? Did we do
Just a week.
a week? John's not here, he got called to a meeting this morning. Jonathan, we gave $70,000, I'm sure it's up doubled by now. We gave him that out of the foundation account because it wasn't growing any, and that's separate from the scholarship account. So
Yeah.
he's working with that money, and then we paid for the scholarship already for the fall. We got a little mix up on that. He's talking about moving to town bank accounts. That's something we don't have to do. He just happens to work there. He likes being treasurer. He's asked me if he only has to do it for 2 years. I said, you can do it.
I actually think if he's gonna move the account with all the responsibility that comes with that, he should have a 4-year.
Yeah.
Gotta track it.
Right.
There you go.
So he's enjoying
We'll
it.
think about it. We'll think about it.
Donnell's not here, Brian's here. We've done great on getting the front desk done, but Donnell's moving 505s to Chip. She just doesn't have time to do it. Chip loves the 505s, we get a big turnout. She's got the Christmas party scheduled at the wine tasting place, or the art gallery where we did the wine tasting. So I think we're gonna have it there and save Guy those carpets. So she's working on that. She's working with Mark a lot on the fundraiser. So he can talk about that when we get to it. Mario's public image, he's been doing our meetings and keeping up our Facebook.
So if anyone takes any pictures of the 505s or any pictures of service projects, you could just put them in the messenger and I'll get to them and post it on Facebook or social. So I'm always constantly checking to see if there's any messages or any pictures that's coming in. So if you have anything from an event, just send it in and I can post it.
When you say put it in Messenger.
Just send it to the Gate City Rotary Club.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We got a Twitter account also.
Yeah.
Huh?
We have an Instagram. I don't know about the Twitter.
Yeah, we do.
I think we
Okay.
do.
Let's say this to you.
Yeah, we did.
Mario and Tom.
I'll get you the
at
credentials.
district conference, you're gonna be required to give a presentation about how our club has done throughout the year. And if you have pictures from the whole club, it looks way better. it's much better presentation to all other clubs in our district. So if you send Mario pictures and he compiles and he can help you when it comes time for district conference, it gives that base of the city.
It's just like a little three
Yeah.
cardboard thing they set as little pictures from our
No,
club.
it's a power.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Lisa will give it.
There's no cardboard presentation?
Science fair.
Jonathan, on the Twitter account, I don't know how to get into it. Somebody asked me if
I
they
give
could
you all
have
the
it.
credentials on that, yeah.
There's another Gate City Rotary Club out west. They contacted me one time and wanted our Twitter account.
No.
Did you sell it to them?
No, I didn't.
We're saving that for the fundraiser.
Yeah, sometimes we get
What's the
money
word?
and Venmo from them. Guys doing foundation,
So we've already got we've got two Paul Harris Society members. If anybody else wants to do it, certainly let me know. There's a link. I don't know if they want to volunteer their names, but it's public information. So Steve and Tom both volunteered to be Paul Harris Society members next year. So, the polio cross promise thing is something we need to work at. The minimum of 100 per capita we do automatically. So everyone here is giving $25 per quarter to the foundation, whether you know it or not. It's part of our dues. So we're going to get to that, but we have, in the past, we've done more than $200 per member to the foundation. And that money comes back to us as district grants, a portion of it, which can then be leveraged by our club. So the first fundraiser for the foundation is going to be at my house October 29th. But I asked everybody to put up $25 per person. If you come with 6 people, I'm going to hit you up for $150. I'm buying the beer, I'm going to buy the wine, or I'm going to have everybody bring a dish, and we're going to have the people that are cooking provide the main course. So it should be a good party. Carrie? Yeah.
Well, what's her name? My wife. Will be missed.
Sherry.
Yeah. So I didn't want to volunteer, but we're going to have some decorations. We're going to have lots of stuff. It's going to be a fun party, and everybody should come.
Can we,
And a costume, yeah.
I don't know if this is appropriate, but can we, you need us to vote on increasing that $25?
No, 25 is good. So everybody, if you can volunteer to donate as much as you want, or as little as you want. It's not mandatory, but I'm just asking.
How do you do it?
When you're at the party, I'm going to be collecting from everybody.
I got you.
Checks or cash.
Do you make it out to you?
Don't make it out the guy, don't make it check out the guy with Bondo.
We still have two months, so there'll be more information coming.
Just don't mail.
Lots of comments.
Yeah, don't mail it.
Stay away from mail.
All right, I got 9 minutes left to get through these slides.
All right.
Glenn's got a complex slide.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Never hand numbers to an engineer. Especially when I do all this in Excel right now. So I'll get through this pretty quick though. Since I'm tracking attendance in Excel, this is for July and August. Boiling it all down to what we really care about, we're running about an average of 73% for the last 2 months, which is not too bad, really. The funny thing is if you look at July, you can see an obvious exodus to the beach. The sunset numbers are kind of unfairly hampered because we lost a couple members to moving to Washington. You take that out, those jump up about 10% for the last 2 meetings. And I played some shenanigans to combine our numbers in the large chart to show that, and on average for the 2 clubs, we're still running around 73% for everybody. It's pretty remarkable though that the 2 clubs are right at 73 for both of them. And then the other thing I wanted to mention is our board meetings, which I get to take now. Thanks, Steve. They're available to anybody that wants to see them. Just call me or send me an email. I can send them to you. And then if you need any help with DAC-DB, there's been a lot of issues entering makeup. Some of them John honestly keeps entering makeups and they keep getting applied to April 2020 for some reason. If you have any issues, just shoot me an email, I can put it up for you, or I can show you what's going on. If you have any issues with bank makeups, just let me know.
Good job, Dean.
Football story.
All right. So let's talk about the fundraiser before we talk about the football pool. Mario, can you go back to your slide for the, go back. There we go. All right, right there. Does everyone see that picture?
Yeah.
So I am happy to tell you that we have secured our location for the fundraiser. It's going to be at Grandover again. We decided not to recreate the wheel. These guys that we are following have done a fantastic job with it, so we're going to try to expand on it. But I want you to see that picture because that was taken 2 years ago at our derby party, and we were able to secure the main floor room and the outside location, so we can be indoor outdoor. We'll have a lot more information as we get into this. Biggest thing that I need right now is I need volunteers, I need a committee. It's a big undertaking, as Steve and Tom know. It's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun work. We plan a party, and I sort of think that, you know, one big hurdle was overcome now that we've got the locations. So we'll try to build on it there. So anybody let me know if they're interested. Otherwise, we're going to start following Tolman. So send me an email, please. Remind me, okay? All right, that's all I got on that. So now the football pool. So football pool's back. Anybody ready for football? Yeah. You've probably seen papers on your on the table.
Yes.
If there's not a blank one, look around. I think I printed enough for everybody to have one. Football pool, for those of you who are new, because someone already asked me, it's no cost. Just for fun. So circle your winner. Do not forget to add your name. We'll have a prize every week for the winner and the loser.
What about the score column? Are we supposed to fill out scores?
That's after that.
No, that's for me.
That's
for me.
Fair enough.
That's for me. That's how I tell. And you will notice that the teams that are in bold are worth, those games are worth 2 points. Bold.
That makes sense.
Well, we could do a whole meeting on membership, and like I said, we went through a thing that talked about it. One of the big things they talked about doing is this alternative meeting club, like a satellite club, which we do. But David's got some ideas on things we could do to recruit new members.
Yeah, thank you to Gail, Steve, and Tom for going to the membership meetings this past week. I appreciate y'all coming and going since I couldn't be there. Membership focus is similar to what it has been. It's retain and recruit. So it's retain the membership that we have, and it's recruit new members that want to become a part of this great club. I'm not going to spend a ton of time on all this because this is stuff that we already do all the time. We are supposed to have +5 net members. I have 62. Someone says 63. We got 2 even from sunset membership, so we got to figure out what that number is. But we need to +5 from 62 by the end of the year. That's one of the requirements for the checklist. One of the ideas, if you want to flip to the next one, one of the ideas that the group came back from was an updated card. So we've had a business card in the past, but it was a 10 card, it had a ton of information on it. And so the idea was to do just a smaller front and back card with a QR code so people can scan. That QR code actually works. You can scan it, it goes to our website, the contact us page where you can fill out the form. It comes to me, it comes to someone else. I don't remember and we follow up. So that's a great way just to hand it out. It's got information on both meetings, so that we've got that there. But an option for us to print some of these, hand them out. Now, the one thing I want to make sure is we're not going to, because we've still got some old cards in there. I want to make sure we print them out, people can hand them out. So this is a quick and easy way to invite someone, just give them information about ACA Rotary. There's a ton of information already on the website as well, so you can always direct them to acrotary.com. If you click to the next slide, so I've updated this. This is something I want to talk about real quick because I've heard we need to adjust the way that we talk about things here because the way that we talk about things matters, right? And so when we say King City Rotary Club, when we say Breakfast Club, when we say Sunset Club, that creates confusion. one club. We are one club, Kansas City Rotary. We do have two meetings. We have a breakfast meeting. We have a sunset meeting. We have two membership types. We have breakfast members. We have sunset members. It's one club. So if we can avoid talking about those as two separate clubs, I think it helps a lot. It helps us talk about one another because Carol and Wendy here are Kansas City Rotarians. Same as everybody. But we do have two meeting options for everybody, and we encourage you to visit sunset meetings. Appreciate those sunset members who come to breakfast meetings. But plenty of options for everyone to come and visit, and I think that's the best way to get people to the meeting. I don't know if you have anything from
Yeah, well, Steve's got a lot of speakers coming up, and he can talk about, you know, we got, Gail, you can give your thoughts on the membership thing too. We got a lot of ideas. I thought some of them were good. Some of them, I don't know if we want to do or not, but.
Personally, you know, I have not been to a membership summit before, and it was very encouraging. I mean, I know I personally felt like, wow, I've got a lot to do. And Steve and I put our heads together the other day, and I think we all have a lot to do, not only coming together, realizing we want to work the club, but uniting within what we have and understanding we're all responsible for building and maintaining. And there were lots of great ideas. And this card was, I think, the best thing away with. But there were lots of other ideas I think we'll start to incorporate on how to. I mean, I'm sitting at this table. I've not sat at this table before. And I think that was one of the things they talked about. I mean, you get in a rut on this Thursday morning, and that's not going to be very appealing either for guests. But you know, the energy they feel when they come in that door is going to determine part of whether they come back, and then the energy they feel, what people, how we engage them, will also have an impact on our long-time Rotarians. I think there's a disconnect between them and the new ones, regardless of the age. So I think we need to work on that, bringing that together. And our foundation, being strong fundamentally in our foundation here, for us to come most often is going to really have an impact on how we grow our club. But in a way of how we are all responsible for that. I think the cards, I've already heard some comments, I hate business cards, I like business cards. I carry business cards, I'm going to put these in with that. And when I did one, I was very proud to be a Rotarian. And I think we should all come up with 5 people we're going to hand those cards to. And maybe you can write them down and submit them to Tom, and then in 6 months look back. And did we get them here? And what was the result of that? There's a lot of things I think we put around that I think really helps.
Things like Pig Stock it's a great time to invite people. A lot of people who go to Pig Stock join Rotary because it's a fun day. You get to see a lot of stuff going on like that. What kind of speakers do we have coming up? Right here.
Good ones.
There you go. Got a lot of interesting speakers.
I will be
coming.
happy to share the speaker spreadsheet with anybody who wants it. We do have some great folks coming up. I'm kind of remiss because this week and last week were more administrative, but we do have some exciting speakers coming up. So I'll alert you. And like I say, if you're wanting to invite folks and wanting to look ahead to see, well, who will we have as a speaker, please let me know, and I'll share that spreadsheet with you. It's a Google Doc. And I just want to add one thing to what Gail said, writing on, and David did an amazing job with this card. I know that we have provided materials to Rotarians in the past. But guys, if you look around you, this beautiful location, our previous location at the O. Henry, this is one of the draws why I joined Gate City Rotary. I like the cachet of the location, the type of membership that we have. Just remember that this has a cost. We can't fall in either attendance or membership all that far and be able to afford to meet at this location. So it's critical. I know carrying an extra card is a pain in the butt, but I strongly encourage you, when we get these things, to try to recruit each and every one of you, no matter how long you've been in the club, no matter how many people you've recruited in the past, we need to maintain our membership, because the average attrition to Rotary is at 18%. That's the norm nationwide. And we can excuse, we can say, well, we had a burp here, a burp there, but attrition is very normal. We need each and every one of you to be recruiting. That's what we're about.
I'm gonna add to that real quick, because I think we all came away from that membership meeting also feeling very positive about our club, because we checked a lot of boxes. We talked about things that clubs should be doing, or there were clubs just announcing they had a sunset option. So I think we walked away from there, yes, with a lot of ideas of how we can stay strong and grow, but also how good we've been doing, incurring our own losses and stuff like that.
All right. Anybody else have any ideas, thoughts? The new president will probably help a lot.
Yeah, I expect a new member, somebody you think might be just a little bit interested, invite them to 505. We picked up a prospect last night at 505. We had 3 visitors, non-Rotarians there, and one's a permanent visitor, but he actually brought somebody with him who is interested in Rotary, so we'll see how that goes. But it's a great social venue, so please, everybody's welcome.
That's great.
I joined Rotary at a getting to know Rotary social thing at Henry that Bobby invited me to. Had no idea what Rotary even was. You never know. Anyway, that's it for the club assembly, unless anybody has any. We got to draw the ticket. I'll do the ticket after. Where are
Sorry.